Retired Superior Court Justice Vic Miceli brings the same keen intellect and drive to his community work as he did to the courtroom. Whether his current project involves the restoration of a century-old courthouse or an even older cemetery, Judge Miceli demands much, but gives even more. His is a work ethic that originated decades ago when, as a new graduate of the University of Pittsburgh School of Law, he returned to his hometown of Meadville, Pennsylvania, and practiced law for 9 years. One day, young Miceli decided that he could starve just as easily in a warm climate as in one where the snow is deep, and moved to Riverside. He accepted an offer from prominent attorney Bill Shaw and began what would be a 24-year career in civil law.
I practice almost exclusively in civil law, and the last portion of my practice I was a trial lawyer, and I would try cases, not only my own, but try cases for other lawyers.
In 1986, Miceli applied to become a Superior Court judge and was appointed by Governor George Deukmejian. At the time, Miceli was the 16th judge appointed in Riverside County. Today, there are more than 50 judges serving in the county. Judge Miceli served on the bench for 15 years, earning a reputation as a stern yet fair jurist.
I loved the practice of the law, and particularly I enjoyed being a judge. It was very challenging, and I think, if anything, I was impressed by the importance of not me, but the importance of the job that I was doing, because it had a tremendous effect on the lives of everyday people.
He also has a sense of the seriousness of the judge business. Most people who come to court don't come to court very many times in their lives and need to be treated with dignity and respect, and I think by and large Vic cares a lot about doing that. So he was often pretty serious on the bench. He could be tough, he could be very strong, but I think most of the time he was very even-tempered and often quite humorous on the bench.
His interest in leading a restoration effort for the courthouse can be traced back to his first days on the job.
One of the first things I noticed is how tired and old the courthouse was. It had been built in 1903. We decided that we were going to restore the original Department 1, which at the time, the building was built in 1903, was the only courtroom in the building, and also was reputed to be the largest courtroom in the state of California.
Restoring the old courthouse took dedication and hard work, and no one brought more of those qualities to the table than Judge Miceli.
So when Vic got involved in as the court's representative to this project, I mean, it was just amazing. Every single day, Miceli met with the people from Tilden Coyle. Those meetings tended to be at 7 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes they dragged on, you know, for a while, and they did a job on that courthouse that you just absolutely can't believe.
While he may be best known for the role he played in restoring the courthouse, Judge Miceli undertook many other efforts to raise the profile of Riverside and to protect its heritage. Along with Justice James Ward and local attorney Jane Carney, Miceli led a 10-year effort to increase the number of new federal judges assigned to Riverside County, and to bring both a United States Bankruptcy Court and the 2nd District Court of Appeal to downtown Riverside. More recently, he has been one of the driving forces behind the restoration of Evergreen Cemetery, where members of many of Riverside's founding families are buried.
We need to give back to our community more than just take, and I hearken back to my father. He came to this country. He was 17 years old. He had $25 in his pocket, and he worked his way to Meadville, started that produce business, as I spoke of, and he saw that every one of his children had a college education. I was the only one that went to graduate school, but all my other brothers are college graduates. And he instilled in me the fact that you need to give more than you take. And I felt that what little talent I do have, which is not very much, it's about as much talent as my height, I figured that I wanted to do something that would be helpful to the community and not necessarily to myself. And I've always felt that way. If I could make a contribution, then I'm willing to do so if I have the time and the talent to do it.
Through the years, Judge Miceli has become a supporter and a friend to Riverside Community College as well. Since assuming the role of chair of the RCC City Task Force, Judge Miceli has helped broaden the group's focus to include discussion of many of the issues related to the ongoing development of the downtown area. It is for these efforts on behalf of the college and his memorable contributions that have shaped Riverside as the legal center of the Inland Empire that the Riverside Community College District honors Judge Victor Miceli as its 2007 Distinguished Public Service Award recipient.